Greetings and welcome to this edition of
Positronic Hypersonic.
I'm Barry P. Cook, and I'm here to talk to you about the season 3 and series finale of Marvel's What If, and the episode was called What If, What If? As it starts in a flashback, we see the Watcher back when he was a mere disciple, just as he's taking the Watcher's oath, and we learn that the Watchers give up certain things to become Watchers. In the present, such as it is, his colleagues continue to berate him, but he pushes back against their scolding. They then bring Peggy, who they have also chained up, out next to him and say they have to kill her because of what she represents to the multiverse. But before they can, of course, Infinity Ultron bursts in and allows Peggy's team to swoop in and rescue her and the Watcher. Needing to escape the Eminence's reach, as not even Infinity Ultron can hold him off permanently, they send their ship into the very fabric of the multiverse, heading for the universe that Doctor Strange created back in Season 1, thinking that perhaps in that particular universe, he can control the power of the Watchers. They arrive in the wrong universe when their ship is destroyed, and they're beset by the Eminence and his colleagues, though the Watcher is able to remove them from immediate danger before instructing them to take the Watcher's oath, and in so doing, they all become Watchers. This, of course, pisses off the Eminence and his colleagues quite a bit, and they don armor and fashion weapons from energy, at which point the two groups begin one heck of a battle. Our heroes manage to get the Eminence and his colleagues down, but they refuse to yield and end up seeming to merge into a single super powerful being, and they threaten to hit our heroes with an energy blast that would erase every version of every one of them from every universe, along with every life they ever touched, causing Peggy to dig deep and find the strength to fly into the evil Watchers with all of her might, saving the rest of the team and the Watcher. It turns out that after all this, our heroes landed in Doctor Strange's universe, literally, as he is himself a living universe. And apparently, Doctor Strange has decided that the evil Watchers should be relieved of their powers. The original Watcher, who we learn is actually named Uatu, decides to try to teach his colleagues how to not just watch, but to see, instead of destroying them. The team then has a final goodbye to the departed Peggy, and when Storm asks Uatu if he knows whether there's another road after this, he gives a bit of a speech about the nature of things that is an updated version of the title sequence monologue, as visions of various heroes from the Marvel Universe flash on screen, and another YouTuber who has more talent apparently than I at pausing Disney Plus videos has made a video that shows almost all of these different characters for a long enough period of time that we can actually make out who they are. So I'm going to put a clip of that in here. So that was really cool. The link to that video is in the description. So I've liked this show from the beginning. I didn't always think all the episodes were great. I, had my ups and downs with this show along the 3 seasons. Even this season, if you've seen the reviews from this season, you know. But I think it ended well. I really, really liked the Birdie character, so I'm glad we got to see more of her this time. I thought that Goddess of Thunder Storm was very cool. the last episode, I didn't realize that she said she was the goddess of thunder. It kind of, when she said it, it kind of just got past me. I didn't really catch it because she's always been the master of weather. So when she said that, I didn't understand it exactly. And then by the time she's wielding Mjolnir later in the episode, I didn't put two and two together, but then I figured it out. So she was actually like Thor, basically, which was really cool. One of my favorite episodes from the previous seasons was the Kahori episode, so I really liked seeing Kahori. And, Peggy Carter is always a treat. I'm a little bummed out that she died, but it was a hero's death. And in that way, she's kind of like Captain America, right? Who, gave up the hero's life to just live a normal life, although he got to live to an old age. But, he made a certain sacrifice as well. He gave up his life in the present to be with her in the past, the original version of her. So that was cool. Jeffrey Wright, who plays Uatu, it just does a fantastic job in the role, so he's always awesome. Jason Isaacs was fantastic in this episode. I couldn't believe it was him. He was just awesome. And the fighting that took place in this episode, the action sequences, the animation was just beyond awesome. It just was so good. It felt 3D at times. Just really, really good animation, really great action sequences. Just an excellent, excellent episode. And then in the end, he declines to destroy his colleagues. Uatu does, which I thought was cool. And I had mused at the end of my last review, gee, I wonder if they're gonna, tie this up, in a decent way and tie everything in. And we didn't really get to see much of Peggy, I was saying. But we got to see her in spades in these last two episodes, and she, made the ultimate sacrifice. So I thought that that did a good job of tying up the whole three seasons because she was so pivotal in the first season and then again in the second season, and such a key figure. And she loomed large in all of the marketing from the beginning. So I thought it was fitting that they sort of made the focus at the end her sacrifice. So I really like that. And, I don't know why they decided to end it after three seasons. I think they could have kept going. They just could keep pulling stories out of the ether because they're just, making up crazy stuff that doesn't have to fit with other things. So they could have just kept that going, but maybe they figured they'd get out while the getting was good and end the show before it started to get bad, which can sometimes happen when shows go on too long. And it couldn't have been cheap paying all those original voice actors to do 10 episodes a year. But yeah, so that's the end of What If. It was a good series. Again, some of the episodes I didn't love, but I did love a lot of the episodes. And it was a wild ride either way. So there you have it. I'm going to get out of here for now. I'll be back with another video soon. Until I return, I wish you peace and long life.